Hello! In this lesson, we continue learning about supply schemes. Now it's time to learn how to replenish stocks of materials for production, while avoiding both delays and warehouse overstocking. To do this, we'll set up a material supply scheme for the central warehouse. And next, we'll create the supply schemes for semi-finished products. Let's review the supply scheme we created during the previous lesson. Go to Warehouse and Delivery, Settings and Catalogs, Supply Schemes, Materials. For your convenience, click Show by Hierarchy. Select the central warehouse. Now we need to create a demand fulfillment method for this warehouse. Click Fill in Supply Method. Clear the Only Used in Warehouses checkbox and create a supply method. Since the goods for this warehouse are purchased from a third-party supplier, select Supply Type Purchase. Type in the description that reflects the supply type Purchase. In the Used to Work field, specify a single supplier and select the referred goods supplier named Light Company. Go to the Planning Parameters tab. Set purchase period to 1 day. If the stock replenishment settings are not used for the warehouse, this period should be less than the delivery time for the Workshop 1 storeroom. Covered period 7 days. Guaranteed shipment period 2 days. Now go to the Order Registration tab and select Company, SBS Trading GmbH, Department, Munich Purchasing Department. Next, you need to create an agreement with the above supplier and a price type. Do it yourself, please. We already done it off-screen. Save and close the supply method. Click Select to select this supply method. Make sure that the table is populated with relevant data. Write and close the supply scheme. Now you need to assign this supply scheme to all materials. Go to the Product Catalog now. It's located at Master Data and Settings, Products. Now assign the new scheme to the materials. To do this, go to the Purchased and Other Products product kind and select all product items with materials by holding down the Shift key and clicking. Click Change Selected Ones. In the Attributes tab, select the Supply Scheme checkbox. In the New Value field, select the required supply scheme Materials. After that, click Change Attributes and apply the settings. Now let's create a supply scheme for semi-finished products. We need 2 supply schemes since semi-finished products are manufactured in 2 departments. Start by creating a supply scheme for semi-finished products manufactured in Workshop 1. Type in the description, Production, Workshop 1. Now create a demand fulfillment method for the Workshop 1 storeroom. Since this supply scheme is for semi-finished products manufactured internally, select Supply Type, On Production. Type in the description, Production, Workshop 1. Production period, 1 day. Covered period, 7 days. Guaranteed shipment period, 1 day. In the Order Registration tab, select the company, SBS Manufacturing GmbH. Save and close the supply method. Click Select and fill in the supply scheme. Go to the Production Departments tab and assign Workshop 1 storeroom to Workshop 1. This completes the supply scheme configuration. Let's proceed to the creation of the supply scheme for semi-finished products manufactured in Workshop 2. Type in the description, Production, Workshop 2. For your convenience, click Show by Hierarchy. Select Workshop 2 Storeroom. Click Fill in Supply Method and create a new demand fulfillment method for this warehouse. Specify supply type, on production. Type in the description, production, workshop 2. Go to the Planning Parameters tab and specify production period, 2 days. Since our production has 2 stages, 1 day each. Current period, 7 days. Guaranteed shipment period, 2 days. Next, go to the Order Registration tab. Select Company, SBS Manufacturing GmbH. Click Save and Close. Now we are to fill in the supply scheme for the Workshop 2 storeroom and make sure that the table is populated with correct data. Go to the Production Departments tab. Since the demand is generated by the Workshop 1 and semi-finished products are stored in another Workshop storeroom, we need to set the value as follows. Workshop 1, Workshop 2 storeroom. Click Save and Close. Now set up the supply scheme Production Workshop 1 yourself for wheel assembly. Case Special X1. Supply schemes Production Workshop 2 for Case Base Special X1. Case Cover Special X1. Wire harness. Case Base without varnish. Case Cover without varnish. Once ERP offers the stock replenishment methods. This slide shows the stock replenishment methods available. They determine when the user is asked to create an order for the products and what quantity should be ordered. Minimum-maximum, this method requires you to manually set the minimum and the maximum stock levels for goods. When the stock drops to the minimum level, the user is asked to order a quantity equal to the maximum stock. Calculation by statistics. The user is asked to create an order when the current stock of goods, not including the insured stock, is only enough to cover the order execution period, using the general supply method. Daily consumption is calculated according to statistics of past periods. Calculation by standard. The user is asked to create an order when the current stock of goods, not including the insured stock, is only enough to cover the order execution period using the supply method selected for this goods item. This method requires you to define the daily consumption amount manually. For materials, we'll use the minimum-maximum method. Open Warehouse. Central Warehouse. Set up inventory level control. Let's set up these materials: aluminum frame and cable tie. To do this, click Add. Goods. Select Goods. Select the materials and click Fill in Inventory Level Control. Supply method, minimum-maximum. Minimum inventory, 7. Maximum inventory, 10. Order fulfillment, supply from stock, OK. The next step left for us to do for demand fulfillment setup is to assign the supply schemes to the product. The slide shows which scheme is used for this or that product or material. Open the product's catalog. Master Data and Settings. Master Data, Products. To assign the supply scheme, we use a group modification of attributes as we did at stage 1. For example, let's choose Finished Cases as a product kind. Then we choose both items and press the Change Selected Ones button. In the menu that opens, find Supply Scheme and specify a new value, Production Workshop 1. Click Change Attributes. Do the same for the rest of our products. In this lesson, we finished setting supply schemes, created inventory level control using the minimum-maximum method, and set the required product parameters. Congratulations, and see you next time.